Okay guys, so the very last video I'll be doing on Grasshopper for you before I finish up here, an explanation on the reasons you may want to or may not want to write definitions in Visual Studio. Now this is a fairly simple definition, it's pretty quick. It creates a bezel from an arc with a handle. As you can see, it does a bit of math, this minus that, but divided by this plus that, to generate the 3 points required to make the arc. The arc then makes a revolved surface. The surface gets offset. I want to loft the entire thing into one piece. So I find all the edges, split the top and bottom edges, get those curves, loft them, take the four surfaces and join them into this one output surface that you're seeing here. Now this particular case, it's not a particularly slow definition because there's not a hell of a lot of mathematics. Alright, so it runs quite well and maybe you can use it like that. But it does get complicated to try and remember what the hell you were doing inside here, especially with all the spaghetti lines. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And let me bring out the one that I just built here. Alright, so this has been written in Visual Studio. The overhead up the top here, don't worry about it. But this is just setting up what inputs you're using, fetching the data from those inputs, and that's the output you're sending it to. The working part of this code is actually very, very small and easy to read and easy to come back and fix. Okay, because you know that you've got an arc converted to a NURBS curve, you've got a rail, you're revolving it, you're grabbing a face, and you're offsetting it. So there's three little operations in here, and all the math is done as part of the parameters. Okay, it doesn't have a huge saving to it. And I got Lek making a huge noise here in the middle of my video. Let's make a smaller one. Set that to a maximum of 2. Stick it up there somewhere. Pop it on the thickness and Control C, Control V, and pop that on the handle. Pop that on the handle. Alright, so now you can see that you're getting exactly the same result, okay? And you're getting it with a lot less work. It doesn't want to go under 0 because I've been programmed to handle negative numbers. But you get the same result, and you now have a builder that's operating very quickly because it's operating directly in C#. Alright? And when you want to come back and edit it, there's nothing to unscramble. Everything makes sense. Oh, this is where my inputs went in. This is where my data came out. This is how I created the arc. This is how I created the circle rail. This is my revolution, and this was the offset. And you can change the parameters inside here fairly easy without having to jump through all these hoops inside Grasshopper here. So let's delete all of that and open. Let's close Grasshopper and reopen it. Yeah. Decent, that one. Alright, if you had to come back and try and edit this, trying to unscramble it would be fairly nightmarish because you're having to follow where everything came from. So let's keep all of those there. This came from a loft from one of these curves, and one of those curves went up there, and one of these curves went down there, and then you start to understand the problems involved in this. It starts becoming very mucky to come back in and fix something you had done before. Okay, so there are times where it's not necessarily a case of buying speed, but it is a case of trying to not drive yourself nuts trying to do mathematics in a bunch of little scripts like this. Okay, a bunch of little, this divided by that, this plus that, this divided by that, this plus that, no, can absolutely drive you crazy. Alright, compared to there's everything done. All the additions and the divisions are still there, but they're done in a simple algebraic, easy to read fashion. Okay, hope that helps guys. Cheers.